The lights have arrived. We've got 24 LED 2x4 lay-in troffers. Those of you unaware, troffer is just a style of light. It's the ones that lay inside these the grid here. Not sure why they call it that or where it came from, but it is what it is. If somebody starts talking about troffer, that's what they're talking about. 2x4 is just the size is 2 feet by 4 feet. So you see on the grid up here, I've got a couple. That's where there was a 2x4 light before. The rest of this, if you remember the other videos, they just had 8-foot fluorescent tubes that were screwed to the bottom of the ceiling. So what we got to do in here is, we'll probably just put them right in the ones that are across there, and then wherever else we need them lay out, we'll just take out one of the cross ties and make it a 4-foot. So we'll go over a little bit on the lighting. Of course, everybody understands LED is more energy efficient, all that kind of stuff. There's some things that it does have the benefit of energy efficiency. One thing in the laundry business that it doesn't have is the fluorescent lights have a UV, I believe it's a UV into them. And what it is, it's just a byproduct of the lighting and how it works. In laundry detergents, there's a brightener they put in, and it reacts under different lights to make your clothes look brighter. One of those lights it reacts under is fluorescent lights. LEDs, it doesn't react under them. They have no effect on the brighteners at all. It's not something that's really big, everybody's going to notice. It's something you always have to kind of look for. But some of my other stores, what I did in one of them is actually kind of played with it a little bit. I put some brighter, whiter lights over top of the folding tables and used more of a yellow type light around the seating area. So it's a little brighter over the table. Your clothes always look cleaner. They look nice and bright. And it's a little more subdued around the seating areas. So this one, we're just going with the LEDs. Again, the cost savings, the maintenance, everything else that's going with them, they're just getting more and more efficient. So that's where we're at. They do give you some explanation of the savings here. So typically we'll put in a T8 3 lamp. My other stores are all 4 lamp. They're all T8s and they're 4 lamps. So this shows on here at a 3 lamp it'd be 88 watts where an LED is 45. Life of them is 20,000 hours for 3 lamp or the T8s and 50,000 for the LEDs. And then your energy cost per year, that's going to be based on, I'm not sure what their usage is here. Yeah, there's based on operating 8 hours a day, 365 days a year at 13 kilowatt per hour. So we have a few variations on that. One, we're 24 hours a day. So you can triple that. So your cost of this would be $99, pretty well $100 a day or a year. Whereas this one's going to be 60. So you're looking at about $40 difference in the lighting on those per year. The hours, I'd have to do the math on that, but you know, we're still going to need a long time. So then you got the total average life savings. That's not going to change just because it's all based on the number of hours. But even with these numbers they give you, like I said, that's based on 8 hours a day, 365, 13 kilowatt hours, 13 cents per kilowatt hour. Here in Alabama, we're about 10 cents. That varies all over. I know some places in Ontario, they're like 24 cents. You know, they're all over the place. So it's going to vary a little bit, but end of the day, LEDs are more efficient to run. And when you're putting in new, there's really no point in going to the fluorescent now. Upgrading from an LED or from a fluorescent to an LED, that's still, the prices are coming down. They're pretty close to where they need to be. Sometimes there's rebates depending on the state, country, province you're in. So there is some offset to that, which might help. Putting these in, they're pretty simple. The one other thing with these, with the LEDs, and this is with a lot of the LEDs actually now, is they're multi-voltage. You know, it's 120 to 277. So 277 is it's a voltage you're going to run into a lot of factories. Not something you're probably going to run into in a laundromat. But as far as for the electrician putting it in, it takes all the guesswork out. They can use them anywhere, so they can buy these by the skid. Possibly get you some better deals on them. Getting into some of the specifics on this, you get CRI of 84. That's a color rendering index. A little rusty on that sort of stuff. I believe 100 is perfect color rendering, and then it goes down from there. The temperature, 4000 K, that's going to explain the whiteness of the light. So the higher this number is, the bluer white the light is. As it gets down lower, it gets into more of a yellowish light. And then the input watts and the lumens. So lumens are the measure of light. So again, I'm a little rusty on this one. If you think candle power in flashlights and stuff, you know, there's so many candle power, they will translate between the two, but lumens is a measure of light, and you want to determine how many that is, so you're really comparing apples to apples. So, if you're comparing two different fixtures and one's half the price and it's 2,000 lumens, you're only getting half the light out of it. So you're really gonna have to buy twice as many to get the same amount of light. And then they've got some of the, see if it'll zoom in here, focus on that. Focus. So the things here, you get the light output 4,045 watts. Lumens per watt, so that's the efficacy. Again, these are going to be ones that you can use to compare if you're really not sure what light you're getting. This gives you the color here, so as we said before, that 2700, it's a warmer light. Then as you get higher, it gets into a whiter bluish type light. So 6500K is going to be almost a bluish daylight. So somewhere in around here is probably where you want to be. About 4,000 to 5,000 is a pretty good range. It's going to give you the whites without being too harsh. So there's some of the details on there. www.lightingfacts.com for the label reference guide, so we give you more details on that. So these are just bought at, I believe my electrician got them through Home Depot. They were the cheapest ones on these, just with the design. I haven't opened one up yet, but I don't believe they're actually even using light tubes in them. It's just a strip. So, they're very light. It's just really a metal box with some strips in it. You don't have the ballast and a lot of the weight of the other ones, which it all, makes it easier. They can do them faster. They're not going to get wore out. They're going to be able to get them up faster and all that other stuff. So that's what we got. Like I said, we got 24 of these in now, and I'm not sure if they're going to get started on this next week. I know he wants to come in and just knock it all out at once. And the concrete on the trench, we're about a week out from that, to getting that done. And then once that's done, then we're going to start rocking. We'll start building walls. At that point, we can pretty much finish the restroom. We can just send a guy in there and just work on it if he's in the way somewhere else. So things will really start happening after that, and we'll keep you updated.